Dragon Ball Super Episode 66 was absolutely magnificent. The level of badassery in this episode is unreal. In terms of action and awesomeness, this is undoubtedly the best DBS episode we have ever seen. Nothing even comes close. This will also share a spot among the bests even if you include DBZ. It is really hard to believe that we got so much action in just one episode. It's just too good. I'm still feeling hysterical. Fast-paced Dragon Ball action at its best. Intense Vegito vs Zamasu battle, final Kamehameha, Spirit Sword to Zamasu buffing up. You will get all kinds of materials in this episode. Some of the moments will make you scream, will make you cry. You will have fangasm watching things like the Spirit Bomb Sword of Trunks. And this background music. Oh my god, this was so perfect. Goosebumps, guys. This is every reason I love Dragon Ball. This show gets the fans excited like nothing else can. Even though in this episode there are some inconsistencies or things that don't go too well with the storyline or makes too much sense, the actions and some of the moments were so good it just overwhelms that sector. In respect of that, I'm rating this episode 9.5 out of 10. Now for the top 3 moments or WTF. Number 3. Kaio-Ken is Goku's life-risking attack. With the Wall of Light, Zamasu had become next to invincible. Father Son Galick Gun couldn't stop that, so Goku decided to go all out in an attempt to break the defense wall. In response to Zamasu's holy wrath, Goku unleashed his full-powered Kamehameha, ultimately piercing through the gigantic holy wrath ball, thus winning the key struggle and topping it off with a Kaio-Ken switch kick. This left Zamasu with 2 faces and the Wall of Light broken. Now, in the preview it was said that Goku will use a life-risking attack, and Kaio-Ken it was, but the way they had worded it, most fans were expecting something different. And even though logically it was a life-risking attack, provided Goku was already low in energy, they failed to make us feel like so. Since Goku was going to take Senzu Bean right afterward, I think Goku should have used the Kaio-Ken while using Kamehameha like he did against Hitman Hit, and it should have lasted more than 2 seconds. With more strain put on his body, it would feel like it was life-risking. However, putting all that critical accuracy demands away, this scene still looked really good. The key struggle in particular was very well animated, and obviously breaking the halo was a very important thing in this battle, making it one of the top moments. Number 2. Vegito's domination and end. We got Vegito for a very short time, but he made each and every moment count. We got many badass moments like the final Kamehameha, which was never seen before, but the absolute best moment was when Vegito stabbed him with Spirit Sword. This must be especially satisfying for Vegeta because revenge doesn't really get much sweeter than this. Vegeta got stabbed by Black's key sword when he first encountered him, and it happened because Vegito had no idea about it. And it literally came out of nowhere. It caught Vegeta by surprise. This is exactly what happened with the Spirit Sword. Furthermore significance is this is when Zamasu would finally realize that he is not absolutely immortal anymore. However, he goes on and explains how this is exactly what he wanted. Goku's ability to surpass even the gods is now within his body. He got so excited about this that he was crying out of pleasure. And the passion behind finally getting close to fulfilling his life purpose. I'm sure fans could feel Zamasu because they almost did the same thing watching this masterpiece episode. Anyways, Vegito shockingly defused shortly afterward, and I'm going to analyze that after I'm done with the top 3. Number 1. Trunks sword bombs Zamasu. This was absolutely the best way to do it. The last scene with Trunks and Zamasu gave me chills, guys. Everything was on point. It was visually stunning, the background music was better than perfect. It didn't only perfectly suit or describe the situation, but also blended perfectly with the way we the fans were feeling after getting so many epic moments in a single episode. Trunks must now officially be the biggest prodigy in Dragon Ball universe. This guy is insane. He learns everything by himself. He takes his sword, which is half broken, and repairs it by charging up with his ki. Then things start getting crazy and intense. Trunks gathered energy from everyone and the entire planet and created a spirit bomb effortlessly. If this was not crazy enough, the kid goes few more levels ahead and absorbs the fucking spirit bomb in his sword and ultimately slices Zamasu from nuts to head using his spirit bomb sword. Slowly and perfectly. It was really violent for DBS standards. I think the only thing lacking was some blood. I just don't get why DBS won't show blood. That's one thing I don't like about it. The most amusing thing is Trunks eliminated two major cons of the spirit bomb. It didn't take much time and he didn't even have to ask for it. Energy started gathering from all around the place and from everyone by itself, except for Goku and Vegeta gave it willingly. Others almost had no idea what was happening. I imagine it like Zamasu is so evil that even nature wanted to assist, and everyone wanted to help so badly that they didn't need to give the energy by raising hands or something like that. Zamasu has become a pure devil from his god's death. The concept was foreshadowed when the kid said, "Someone like Zamasu can't be a god." Furthermore, Gawasu explains how this big and ugly form of Zamasu is an outward expression of the hate and contradiction that lies within him. It was like a good versus bad battle, and the spirit bomb is known as an attack especially effective against the evils. So the nature in a way protested him by assisting Trunks. Besides, in this arc we have seen Trunks unleashing ki attacks using that sword, hinting that he has that level of control over it. So yeah, I found it quite logical, and most importantly, it was a unique way to do it. I just don't see why some fans are pissed off with it. Many are confusing the power of Trunks. No, he is not on par with Vegito in terms of power. We didn't even get to see the full powered mode of Vegito. Trunks just did the right thing at the right time after Zamasu had just fought Vegito. Besides, the final blow or the slice was not done by sole strength of Trunks. It was everyone's energy combined, even including Goku and Vegeta's power. Yes, he's exceptional in figuring things out fast. He is significantly smarter than all other Saiyans. We can thank Genius Bulma for that. Besides, Trunks absolutely deserved to play a role like this. When he was initially introduced, people thought he won't do shit, but now he is doing only what he deserves. He has been affected by Zamasu more than anyone else, so that was a deserving thing. Another thing is, many fans are pissed off that we didn't even get Vegito for the entire episode, but I personally think that was a logical decision and I'm satisfied with it. Vegito is very special and having him for a glimpse carries that on. But the very little time he got, he was perfect in terms of both plot and animation quality. In fact, he is one character who undoubtedly looked better in Super than Z. Against Buu, Vegito didn't even have to bother a bit, but against Zamasu, he was getting a bit serious. Still, they wanted to imply that if Vegito could defeat Zamasu, on the other hand, they had to give the last blow to Trunks. If they made the fight longer, it would harm the reputation of Vegito for not being able to defeat Zamasu in that long period. We also got new information. It is not retconned actually. Kaio-Ken said that the Potara fusion can last only for an hour in case of mortals. It's only permanent for the Kaio-Kens as it was made for the Kaio-Kens. The Buu fight didn't last an hour, neither do we have any information in Z that contradicts it. So it goes pretty well, and I think all Vegito fans should be happy, as they now don't have to make a big deal out of it. since it's not permanent that we will get to see this fusion taking place frequently in the coming arcs. Even though they said it would last an hour, it lasted like 5 to 10 minutes. The reason hasn't been mentioned yet, but it could be due to overusing of power like we saw with Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, or maybe something complex like they're doing it in a different timeline. However, note that Zamasu is not yet dead. Trunks only destroyed his physical body. In the next episode, he will take a new form and cover the sky. Sealing him in the sword or Mafuba might still be on. Goku will call the Omni King. Next episode is pretty much like the season finale, if you don't count the in-between the arc episodes. I'll cover all this in my Dragon Ball Super episode 67 preview breakdown. Make sure you're subscribed if you don't want to miss that. See you in the next Dragon Ball video.